Hey, what's up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of Seeking Spirits. Nick, you want to tell them where we are today?
We are at the White Hill Mansion in New Jersey.
Yes.
Yo.
I'm obsessed with this place.
This place is crazy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have as much time tonight as we had last night, but man, yeah. I'm already feeling this place.
But this also, it's not a small house by any means. It's huge, but there's less travel distance between the places. So I think we should be getting...
We should be good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really cool spots in here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over, like I said, my mouse brain, ADD, recap of a little bit of the history and a little bit of the history of the paranormal here. Don't want to go too crazy in depth, but we also have the REM pod and the EMF detector. It's on super sensitive now. We learned that mistake last night, and we've turned it up to the highest. That may, but it hasn't gone off. We reset it. We're good. Yeah. So if it goes off, you know what's going on. Yes. So this was built in the early 1700s. They're not 100% sure. That some people said it was like 1723. She was like 1756, something like that. After the Fieldsboros, I guess, Robert Fields, he mysteriously drowned. He was like the original owner.
In the Delaware
River, which is like right over there, just like Fort Mifflin, where we were at. Yes. She was saying there's a lot of connection between the two. They have no idea how he died. They just know that he drowned. They don't know if someone pushed him over, if he fell over. They really don't know anything. It's a mystery.
And we may never know.
Yeah, but when he died, he had 7 kids he left behind.
And his wife was pregnant with the 7th.
With the 7th, yeah.
That's the way to go, man.
That's brutal.
Yeah. That poor
I know,
woman.
You feel horrible. And then I guess 4 of them passed away in this house. Or while they were living in this house.
Yes.
There's not really records of this stuff 100%. They don't know where they're buried. She was just saying, like, in that time, they just wrap them up in cloth and, like, bury them somewhere. Yeah. They don't even have records and all that stuff. So
they did find some receipts for a lot of fabric.
Yeah.
Around the time that one of the kids or 2 of the kids had presumably passed. So I think that's a pretty good assumption that it happened here.
Exactly.
But yeah,
we really don't know 100%, which is like a lot of these places. That's kind of how it works. These places, especially like so old, 1700s is super old.
Yeah.
So I guess in 1776, the British thought that she was harboring American soldiers here.
Yes.
So they kicked her door in.
They said, "See ya, sucker."
Yeah.
Which is rude.
Yeah, that is really rude. I feel awful for her.
Me too.
But they came in and just kind of set up shop and were like, "No, we're chilling here." They took all of her flour, all of her wheat, all that stuff.
Yeah. And she did try to stand her ground and tell them to go away.
But they just came back the next day.
They came back.
She said like a couple days in a row. They just kept coming back and coming back.
And then they came back guns a-blazing.
Yeah, brutal. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, and then during the Prohibition era, there was a speakeasy in the basement.
Stunning, by the way.
Yeah, this house is beautiful, by the way. And so in the basement, there was like a secret tunnel out to the river. 2 tunnels where they would transport alcohol back and forth secretly. And it's funny, even down there, there's a newspaper clipping, and she was like, "Look at this newspaper clipping," and she was like, "It's BS," because it said 10
years later.
Yeah, it was like 10 years after the Prohibition. So they didn't say it opens until alcohol was legal, but it was open before that.
Yeah.
So really, really cool. There's some rumors, not 100% confirmed, that it could have been a brothel. Upstairs, there's a bunch of little rooms next to each other.
Yes.
They
had beds in them.
Yeah, they had beds in them and stuff like that. Yeah, so they're not 100% sure. So let's get on to some of the stuff that happened here. Child running around, people see voices everywhere, music being played. You can hear above you. Footsteps. They see a Victorian lady walking around. They said that there's something here that's aggressive towards specifically the caretaker.
Yes.
Who we just did the tour with. She didn't want to be filmed, which is totally cool.
Yeah. She was super sweet, by the way.
Super nice. So we don't have an intro tour to it, but we're going to give you guys as much as we can, and then we'll just have our investigation. But it threw a vase at her head.
Yeah. And then she also said that it ripped a necklace off of her.
Ripped a pearl necklace off her neck while she was doing a tour, which is just crazy aggressive.
That's wild. But
apparently it's just towards her. I mean, she's here all the time, I guess. Yeah. So they're just maybe they get, you get tired of your family sometimes. Sometimes I'm annoyed by you. So
yeah, I did bite your arm that one time.
That's true.
You did
hang you from a doorknob by your underwear?
Yeah, he gave me a wedgie and hung me on the doorknob.
We were kids, so don't hold it against me.
I'm honestly scarred. So thanks for that.
Ridiculous. Okay, so let's see. So we got They see Mary, who was the wife. Sometimes they see her
Yes.
at the desk crying or hear her crying, which is crazy. The little kids
That
grabbing
makes me so
people's
sad.
hands
Yeah.
when they walk by and stuff, playing. She said they like to play hide and seek. She said
Yeah.
one time they asked if there was a little kid here, and they like giggled. They made a noise, giggled, and like ran away. So that's just crazy. Pretty wild bathroom upstairs. There's
Yes.
rumors that someone might have committed suicide in that bathtub or something. Psychics go into there and said that they see blood in there.
Yeah.
She said that one time she walked into there and she just went out of it. Like she was in like another world.
She said she felt like she was in a bubble.
Yeah.
And that she couldn't. There was a tour or something going
She
on,
just
and
couldn't
she
even hear 'em.
couldn't. She couldn't hear them. She was lucid of the fact that she knew
Yeah.
she should be able to hear them. She said she opened the window and was able to kind of like break whatever bubble she was in, and then she was fine.
Yeah.
But she was like, it was weird. And then she did say something about like static.
Yeah, like almost like
you can-
spider-webby electricity feeling.
Right, like you feel like you can walk into like a spider web of electricity there, which was really interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I've heard that before in other places. So, that's probably like a theory that people have of you can feel spirits, like maybe if you're walking through them or they're going through you. So let's go over a couple of episodes, like when this has been on TV.
Yes.
So there's a show called Paranormal Lockdown. If you like this kind of stuff, you probably know the show I'm talking about. If not, it's got Nick Goff. He was in Ghost Adventures. He was one of the original 3 in Ghost Adventures. It's also got Katrina Weidman, very seasoned investigators. They come here and they like stayed overnight for like 3 days.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Katrina got touched in the attic. The attic's wild. The
Yes.
attic's kind of got like this wild little secret hallway in the back. You see shadows up there and stuff.
Was it on the second floor? I started to become uneasy when
Yeah.
we were doing the tour.
There was one point when Lexi kind of freaked out for a second.
I was like the last person in our little train of,
After that, we swapped.
Yeah, he said, it's okay, you can go in the middle now. But I swore that something was walking right behind me.
She almost tripped because of it.
I did.
Yeah,
it startled me. And honestly, the thing is, I haven't really felt uneasy in this house.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we had been through like most of the tour at that point. So it was just kind of like, okay.
Yeah. She also said this room specifically is pretty active for EVPs. So we thought it'd be cool to do the podcast in here. That way, maybe, if something comes through the mics.
Yeah. So if you're here with us, you can feel free to talk through our mics.
We have these mics here.
Touch the REM pod.
That was me. Oh. Too close. It's way sensitive now, so
Yeah.
you can't even get within like a foot of it. So.
Well, I am with.
Well, I mean, your hand can't get within like 6 inches. Okay.
Also, I'm so sorry if the lighting, you guys can't really see me. I'm a little bit backlit, but
we wanted to be a little bit of a spoopy vibe in here. They have like a chandelier that kind of glows too much, so if we used that, it probably would have made the focus go in and out. So we kind of opted for the spoopy feel in here right now.
Yeah, yeah.
But so the bathroom with that tub in it, she said to set any type of motion sensor we have in that hallway. And in that episode of Paranormal Lockdown, Nick was sleeping in that overnight, and the little sensor they had in the hallway went off a couple times. So that's something we're going to focus on a little bit. Let's see. They heard a kid crying, which is kind of wild. They had some crazy spirit box. They use kind of some different spirit boxes that I'm not 100% familiar with. There's it's called like a geophone, or like there's just different modifications of like devices that people can talk through. They got a bunch of stuff like Get Out. At one point, I believe she asked like, what was this room used for? And someone said like something dirty which is kind of cool. So
sickening.
Yeah. So I think they had a lot of experiences in the attic, the basement also where the speakeasy is. You hear noises above you. Nick said he heard noises above him. And that's a reoccurring theme when I talk about the Ghost Hunters episode. That kind of stuff happened too. So like I said, I don't want to spoil too much of the episode. If you guys want to get hyped after you watch this, go watch Paranormal Lockdown Season 2, Episode 8. Discovery Plus, dude.
Yeah, honestly, you guys should sponsor us because we really love you.
I
and
love
even
it.
if you don't, we will still ride for you because,
Crazy, because like that has so much good paranormal content on it. If you're not subscribed to it, you probably should be, because it's endless amounts. So Paranormal Lockdown Season 2, Episode 8. So we'll go over to Ghost Hunters. So we've already talked about some Ghost Hunters last night. This one was a little bit newer. This was Season 14, Episode 11. So they heard my favorite part of that whole episode. There's like a 2-minute clip where they hear music above them.
Yeah.
And it sounds like old-timey music, almost like something you'd have to crank to get going.
Yeah.
And she was saying it also kind of sounds like at the end when a record's done playing and it does a
Yeah.
Because they heard the music, and then when they went upstairs, he actually heard that like sound.
So interesting.
So but you know what's funny is they heard it so vividly, and she said the last time she heard that was 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. So that blew her away because it hadn't happened for 10 years.
That's so wild.
You okay, Dustin? Yeah, I heard something. Dustin just heard something in the background. I saw his eyes shoot to the side. This is why.
To be clear, again, if you didn't see the first episode where we were at location, Dustin doesn't have noise canceling headphones on. We do, so that we can hear our audio a little bit more clearly. So we cannot hear really anything that's going on around us. We can like get a vibe. But Dustin is the vibe check.
He is the ears of the operation right now, and especially in a crazy place like this. And every once in a while I see his eyes shoot over to the side. So he caught onto a little something over there.
Yeah.
So on this floor, actually, just one room over in the Ghost Hunters episode, they caught what sounded like a little girl saying something along the lines of like, "Are you going over there?" Which was like really cute. But she also said like they don't catch much in that room usually.
She said it wasn't super
or not
active.
That one specifically, that little girl. So it was interesting to see that like they kind of got some stuff that doesn't happen super frequently. But it's active here, she said. So
yeah, she was like, it's active everywhere. Like you guys are gonna get some stuff on your equipment.
Yeah, they did get like an EVP that said like, please go.
Yeah. When they're in your house, didn't she also say the tour guide? Well, she like keeps the grounds and everything. Like, does she own it?
I think it's like
it's like a historical.
Yeah, it's a historical site. So I think like she runs it.
Okay, yeah,
she's part of that. So,
but she was saying, I really lost my train of thought. But please introduce yourself. They got on EVP.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because we're coming into somebody's house that she said they studied 5 families, but about 30 lived here.
Yeah.
So they probably feel like it's their home. I'm very attached to my house. Let me tell you.
Exactly.
So I would be like, if they're coming into my house, please introduce yourself.
Exactly.
So, by the way, spirits, I'm Lexi, and this is my brother Nick.
I am Nick.
Dustin, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure.
To the spirits.
Oh.
Not to the podcast. They know who you are now.
Hey, I'm Dustin Crusty.
And we come with peace and love.
Peace and love. We just want to communicate with you and just get to know you.
Yep.
So, at one point, the alarm went off on the house in that episode too, which is kind of interesting because it has to be set off some way. That's one of the things that happen. Dinging noises, tons of EVPs and stuff. What was that? Oh, okay. I was like, holy smokes,
like, we could hear that through
really
the noise
loud.
canceling headphones.
Yeah.
A train or a semi, Dustin says.
Oh, okay.
Wow. A horn of some sort.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So again, that one, that's Ghost Hunters season 14, episode 11.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get hyped after this podcast before we show you the investigation, that's one of the places you can go to get hypey on it and just see what kind of experiences they have. I didn't cover all of them. It's really active. Both of those episodes have a lot of stuff in them. A little bit of a bonus. Katrina Weidman, the one from Paranormal Lockdown, she actually has a relatively new YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So go check that out.
We're going to link it here in the cards, and we'll also link it in the description because you should for sure check that out.
It's called Travel the Dead with Katrina Weidman, and she did like a 4-part series here. She loves this place.
Yeah, so cool.
So she not only did Paranormal Lockdown, but she did it on her YouTube channel, and she came back and spent I think 3 or 4 days here. So definitely you can go check out that one for free.
Yeah.
Same place you're at right now.
Yep.
So definitely do that. If you want to get hyped, go watch Travel the Dead on Katrina Weidman's channel. Search that on YouTube, and we'll link it down below.
For sure.
That's a good way to get hyped for this. So, but yeah, that's a lot of. There's a lot of stuff happening here. So I'm really gnawing at the bit to get investigated.
Yeah, honestly, I just want to say, kind of on like a personal note. So if you guys came over here because you watch me do like DIY home renovation interior design,
yes,
I am in love with this house. Last night I was scared, and this night I would, oh my gosh, what I would give to restore a home like this.
I know.
I'm obsessed with
Some
it.
of the
like
fireplaces, oh my goodness.
They're insane. This is a full carved out of marble fireplace, and it was the first thing I saw. the light fixtures, I mean, everything. And, you know, I'm a modern person, but in historical old homes such as this, I like, what was that?
I don't know. Actually, it might have been your necklace.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I was
That
like,
scared me, dude.
Oh, Lord.
We're a little jumpy, but.
Yeah. But like, I feel weirdly at home here. Because it's beautiful. I'm not sure. But yeah, I will be showing some of that in the video because you guys like this beauty.
You need to see it.
Yeah, the windows. I mean, just everything. So sorry, not to get on a tangent, but
it's all good, dude.
I'm obsessed
it's
with
so
it.
cool. Hey, you're Lexi DIY, so that's your shit right there.
It is. It really is. I was like, Nick was like so excited about all the ghost stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you see that crown molding?
Look at the fireplace. Oh my god, he's got a patent on tiles.
Yeah, there's a guy here that has 3 patents on a glazing technique for tile, and I'm like, oh, I'm such an interior design nerd. I'm like, I need to figure that out.
I'm sure the guide was like, what the hell?
Yeah, she was probably like, this girl.
It's so funny. Wow. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I mean, if it gets real crazy and if we have time at the end, we will be leaving this here in case there's something that we need to come down and say. But I think that about wraps it up, and we're going to go get investigating because I have a feeling that this is going to be extremely active, just the vibe I'm getting. Yeah,
me too. I was even rolling up before we even got in here. I was like, this is the spot.
Yes.
This is a spot and a half right here.
So
I'm excited.
Me too. And we live nearby. Well, I live nearby.
Yeah,
so
relatively close. I mean,
this could be
considering most things are like 3-4 hours away. You know,
So we could if we really love it, yeah, we could come back. So cross your fingers, wish us luck, and I think, make sure that you are following us on TikTok, IG, watching those YouTube shorts, Facebook, because guess what? We're putting out clips from this investigation before the video drops. Make sure that you're following us there. And of course, smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss when we upload another video. But I think we're going to wrap.
To comment down below.
Oh, yeah, comment. Yeah.
If you've ever been here, especially, let us know any paranormal experiences you've had. Even if it's not here, let us know. We just want to talk paranormal.
For sure. So that's it for us today, guys, and we will see you soon. Peace. Oh my god, what is that?
What is what?
You don't hear that?
I think when that goes... Touch that REM pod again. That way I know you don't want to talk about your name. Because she said you don't like to tell people.
Yeah. Yes.
Getting like a chill on my neck.
Are you touching Nick right now?
My neck is like freezing.
Or is that why the back of his neck is cold? Because you're trying to reach his headphones?
Dude, I am so cold right now. It's like cold all around me.
Right,
I'm like getting kind of wobbly, and it is like freezing. Feel my neck.
Oh my god,
It's like ice cold.
Like, Dustin, feel it. It's like coming up, like, through my eye, like...
You don't have permission to touch the nest with Lexi.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know, but I heard like 2 very distinct noises back there.
I need to get out of here.
Okay. Wrap it up. What was that?
I don't know.
Alright.
No, that was like, I felt like something was like enveloped over you. Like I felt so uneasy to the point where I was like scared for your safety. And my heart was like, get out now. Like, I'm not kidding. Wrap it up.